In this video, we'll see how to create an area schedule and group it by area name. And we'll see how to place a color scheme in an area plan. I have the exercise file, Schedule Areas, open. And we're looking at the Floor 4 zoning area plan here, and areas have been placed into this view and also in the area plans for floors 1, 2 and 3. The areas have all been named according to the function of that zone of the building. So looking a little closer here, we have an area for office space, circulation and core. We also have another office space in the tower here and an atrium at the end of the building. So we'll go ahead and make the area schedule. So from the View ribbon tab, on the Create panel, we'll click the Schedules drop down and then we'll click on the Schedules and Quantities. So we'll search the categories for areas. From the list of filtered results here, we can see we have some different area schemes, so we'll select the areas zoning scheme here, and then we'll click OK to go to the schedule properties. From the list of available fields, we'll first choose the name field, and then we'll click the button in the middle here to add that into the scheduled fields, and then we'll do the same with the level, and then finally with the area field. So now we have the fields added. I'll swap to the sorting and grouping tab, and first we'll sort by name, and then we'll sort by level, and then to group them by the name, we'll check to add the header and footer under the name field. Now a bit further down, we'll also check to display the grand totals so that we can see the total areas. So we'll go to the Formatting tab now, and we'll select the area field. Looking on the right hand side, we can see it's set to no calculations, so we'll select this and choose Calculate Totals to have the total area calculated. So now we'll click OK to create that schedule. And we can see now that we've got the areas here and they're grouped according to their names, so atrium, circulation, core and office space. And then they're ordered according to the level order. And then we can see the total area for each type, and then at the bottom we have the grand total, so 22 areas in total and about 69,500 square feet. Looking at the area column, we can see it's there to 2 decimal places, and we'll make a change to this so that it rounds to the nearest square foot. So from the properties palette, on the other panel here, we'll click the edit button next to formatting, and then we'll select the area field. And on the right here, we'll click to edit the field format. And we can see it's currently set to use project settings, so we'll uncheck this. And then we'll change the rounding to be 0 decimal places. And then we'll change the unit symbol from none to SF to indicate square feet. And then we can click OK, and then OK once more to apply those changes. And we can see now that that column has changed, so it's rounded to the nearest square foot. And we also had the SF to indicate square feet. So that finishes creating the schedule. And I'll swap back to the Floor 4 area plan view. And we'll apply a colour scheme to this view to colour the areas according to their name. So we'll go to the Annotate ribbon tab, and from the Colour Fill panel, we'll click to add a colour fill legend. Now we can see we have the legend attached to our cursor here, so I'll just place it in the view. And then from the space type and colour scheme, we can see we have the area zoning, and schema 1 is the only one available, so we'll click OK. And we can see now that those areas have been coloured, but they all have the same colour, and this is based on the area type. We need to create a new scheme, so I'll select the legend here, and then from the Colour Fill Legend ribbon tab here, we'll click Edit Scheme. And now from the Schemes panel, we'll click Duplicate to create a new colour scheme. And we'll name this area name, and then click OK to create that new scheme. So from the definition panel, we'll change the title to be by name, and then we'll change the colour to be set by the name parameter. We'll have a warning letting us know that the colours are not preserved, so we'll click OK as it's a new scheme. Now we can see the names and the colours associated to those. And the colours look a little bit light, so I'll click on the colour here next to the office space, and then we'll select a new colour for this, so I'll just click the light blue colour here and click OK. And then I'll pick the colour next to the atrium too, and again we'll pick a new colour, so let's select the pink colour just here, and then we'll click OK. And then we'll click OK again to save and apply the new colour scheme to the view. And we can see now that we have the areas coloured according to their name, and also the legend has been updated. We'll apply this to another view, so let's open the Floor 2 zoning area plan. And then we'll go to the Annotate ribbon tab, and from the Colour Fill panel, we'll click to add the Colour Fill legend. We'll place the legend in the view, and we can see the space type is zoning, and the colour scheme is area name, which is the one that we've created. So when we click OK, we can see those same colours get applied to the areas according to their name. And that now finishes scheduling our areas and applying those colour schemes.